In this week's episode, I say goodbye and good luck. What is up, Galaxians? Welcome to what is going to serve as the grand finale of the Galaxy CDs, Rocks, and Flips Reseller Talk podcast. My name is Ryan, and if this is your first time here, your timing is really terrible because this is the last of these shows that I'm going to do. And in this show, there actually will be no reselling news or updates or what sold or anything like that. I am here simply to say thank you and goodbye. So about 10 days or so ago, I saw this post or one similar to this over on Instagram that said, do what you love and love what you do. And that got me thinking a little bit about, am I living that in my current life? Am I really doing the thing that I love to do? And do I love doing the thing that I am doing? And in some cases, that is actually the case. And in others, unfortunately, maybe it was at one time, but it no longer is. And it was brought further home through the loss of someone dear to me and particularly dear to people who I love very, very much, who passed away last week, which is why there was no show last week. It gave me an opportunity to reflect. I'm not a young man anymore. And when I think about being, let's say, on my deathbed in 25 or 35 years, am I going to look back and say, man, I wish I had done more Instagram posts on Monday of stacks of shipments going out? Or do I wish I had recorded more podcasts about what a shit show Etsy is to sell on? And the obvious answer to that question almost immediately to me was no. Those are not things that I'm particularly passionate about. And I started this show because I wanted to do a podcast and I wanted to try a YouTube channel. And I am a reseller, and there seemed to be a space there for this kind of content. And I would say while it's a fairly small audience, I would say you have been incredibly devoted to this channel. I have some people who have been with me since the very, very start, and I cannot properly in words express how much that has meant to me to have you join in on this journey and to participate and comment and like and share. Special thank you to those of you, of course, who have reached out and asked about my well-being on the odd occasion where I missed a show, to those of you who have made a purchase from my merch store, liked, shared, viewed, commented, given financial contributions to this endeavor. I appreciate that all very much. But at the end of the day, when I think about how I want to best spend my time, and am I getting enough either personal or professional satisfaction from doing these shows, the answer, unfortunately, it has come to pass that it is no. And I'm not. And again, I feel like I've debated this long and hard, and it's something that I took a pause maybe 8 months ago, kind of for the same reason, partly because I feel bad. I feel like I'm letting down my audience, small as it is, but very, very devoted as it is. And I feel like I'm letting you down. And even as I record this, I'm like, should I really do this? Do I really want to let these people down? And at the end of the day, the only person I'm responsible to is myself and maybe Josie the cat. So as much as I would like to continue to do this, and I'm not going to disappear. You may have noticed, if you follow me over on Instagram, the last 2 weeks, I've not posted a lot of stuff over there. I'm going to kind of take a step back, actually, from all the reselling related content, but I will still be on Instagram, and anybody that wants to reach out to me can certainly do so by messaging me over there at Galaxy CDs Rocks, and, check in on me. I have made through this process some really terrific online only, but very dear friends, and I appreciate each of you very, very much. So hopefully we'll be able to stay in contact in some way. But the time has come for me to move on from this endeavor and refocus on the things that are really important to me and that I am really passionate about. And it was interesting last week when I took that time away from this show. I didn't miss doing it. I didn't miss creating a thumbnail. I didn't miss setting up the thing. I missed the interaction with those of you, especially who join in on the live that I was doing every Wednesday. But in the end of the reckoning, I didn't miss all of the other stuff that went along with it. And in addition, I found out that I was quite a bit more productive when I took the time that I was investing in preparing for the show, doing the research, highlighting the things, making the thumbnail, setting it all up. I was spending the better part of, throughout the course of a week, essentially almost a full day of working type time devoted to preparing this show. And having that time back to actually do work allowed me to be a lot more productive. On an average week, I may do 120 to 135 listings. On a really good week, I might get to 150. Last week, I did 180. And taking that time back to, at least during this time of year, focus on my business is probably more beneficial for me as a business than continuing to do this show. And as I move forward into the future and look at pursuing things that I am truly passionate about, like, for instance, my cycling or Formula One racing or reading. There are so many things that I do truly feel passionate about that I might be more inclined to continue and enjoy doing a show or a podcast or a YouTube channel about. That, to me, is where I should be directing my time for my own mental well-being and all the rest of that. So with that all being said, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all of you who have come along for this ride over the last 2.5 years and 153 odd episodes. It has been a pleasure to connect with you, and hopefully I have given you some insight and some valuable information over the course of that. And hopefully you can find a replacement source for that. My last cautionary tale would be, again, and I've said this before, but be wary of where you go to get that information. My best recommendation is always to go to the source. And I see people on Facebook groups asking questions about what is this or what is that, or how do I do this, or what's the result of doing that. And I see so much potentially well-intentioned but misguided and misinformed information being given to other resellers. That's one of the other reasons I'm removing myself from social media, because I can't take it. It has become so frustrating to see these questions being answered in a way that is so obviously incorrect, and those incorrect answers being given with such authority and conviction. And my one little voice in this small little space is unfortunately drowned out by all that noise. And it's just honestly something that I can't, for my own mental well-being, continue to participate in. So I wish all of you the very best. Please, those of you who are following me over on Instagram, feel free to stay in touch. I will continue to post pictures of Josie the cat over there. I do have another Instagram account for one of my passions, which is my bicycling, which I will probably actually have a YouTube channel for sometime down the road in the spring, where I'm going to actually capture my outdoor rides and upload those for people who want to ride along with me on that. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. But the time has come to wrap this podcast up. It has been a pleasure chatting with and interacting with all of you. And again, I appreciate your participation, your support, both financial and moral, and hopefully we can stay in touch. With all that being said, now, one last time, it's time to sell. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for spending a little time with Galaxy CDs, rocks, and flips. If you'd like to spend a little more time, there's another video in the upper right-hand corner. If you'd like to spend a lot more time, you can subscribe down below.